Hello and welcome to Pure Yoga. My name's Emily and today I'd like to share with you a sequence called Grounded Gratitude, which is created especially for the summer season. So through this practice, we'll lean into the uplift of energy, of vitality, of optimism that comes with this time of year, whilst also keeping our feet firmly planted on the ground. So we remain feeling strong and steady and grounded. So let's begin by just taking a few breaths to arrive and center ourselves. So sitting however you're comfortable, that could be with your legs crossed or kneeling. Close your eyes and take a few sighing out breaths, inhaling deeply and letting go of your day so far. Anything you need to release to bring yourself to this present moment. Now breathing through the nose if you can. Bringing the awareness into the body as you inhale and as you exhale, feeling it flow from the lower body down into the earth. Anchoring yourself down and back into that grounding energy. Taking 2 more breaths in that way. Letting the face and the jaw soften, shoulders release. Blinking the eyes open. So let's begin. We're going to come to all fours to start with. And as you can see, I've got my blanket here, which is there to just keep my knees happy. I don't put too much strain on them, so you might like to do the same. We're going to spread our fingers, bring our knees under our hips, and just start with a bit of movement, some circling through the body. We're just taking about 3 circles in one direction, and then reversing that the other way. And your breath can just flow freely here. Settling at the center now. Bring the knees, you may have widened them apart a little bit, so bring them back under your hips. And we'll just do a bit of cow cat. So inhaling, you can tuck your toes under, drop your belly, lifting the chin, looking up. And then exhaling, pressing through the palms and the knees, rounding through the back, looking towards the belly. So we'll repeat that a few times. Inhaling as you look up, exhaling as you round. Good. Settling into a neutral spine now. And we'll move back into downward facing dog. So from the position that you're in, just tuck your toes under, inhaling, and then exhale, push back. And you can play a little bit here with where your feet are and your hands, just to make sure you're in as comfortable a position as you can be. And then just bending the knees, coming onto the balls of the feet, lifting up high with the tail, bringing the chest through towards the thighs. And then we can lengthen the backs of the legs. So keeping your left leg extended, left knee bent, bring your right heel down towards the floor. And then the other way. So just going from side to side. Bringing some length to the backs of the legs. Finishing with the left leg. And then we're going to bring some movement and strength into this now. So from where you are in your dog, we're going to inhale, bring the weight forwards and bring the knees down and look up for cow. And then exhale, push back to dog. And we'll repeat that. So inhaling through, let the belly drop, look up, exhale back to dog. Inhale through and exhale back. Last time, inhaling through and exhaling back. Good. And we'll just come down to take a little breather here. So actually I'll stay facing sideways on. We're going to sit kneeling. Take your hands behind you, interlacing your fingers. And the backs of the hands are pointing down towards the floor. Palms are coming towards each other. We're going to roll the shoulders up to the ears as you inhale, and then take them back and down behind you, opening the chest and looking up. And you can tuck your tailbone down towards the heels to keep your lower back strong. And we can repeat that. So releasing the shoulders, inhale, shoulders up to the ears, around and behind, dropping backs of the hands to the floor. Looking up and release. Last time. And release. Good. You can roll the shoulders a little bit. Have a bit of movement there. So we're going to come back into down dog now and work on just sort of opening up the hips and into the chest a little bit as well before we make our way to standing. So inhale here and then exhale, push back to dog. And if you don't fancy what we're about to do, if that feels too strong today, you could just continue to practice dog to cow as we did before. So we're going to firm up the left leg and lift the right leg up, bending into the knee, pointing the toes up towards the ceiling. So I'm trying to lift that foot as high as I can, and then take it over to the left side of the mat. So I'm opening up into the right hip and looking under the right armpit, keeping that left arm strong. Staying for another breath. And releasing. Bring the feet back together. And then we can do the left side. So inhale, the left leg. Bend the knee, toes up to the ceiling. And then open to the other side. Keep the right arm strong. One more breath. Good. And return that foot. Sway the hips a little. Look towards the end of the mat between the thumbs and walk your feet, or you could step or jump to the front of the mat here. So we're going to inhale. You might want to bring your hands to your shins as you extend through the spine. And then exhale, bow down. You can have hands on the floor to the backs of the legs as you draw yourself in. Inhaling, extending through the spine, opening the heart center. Exhaling, folding in. One more time. Inhale, extend. And exhale, fold. Bending a little into the knees, rising up so you're strong in your core and your legs. So you reach up high and exhale back to the center. Okay, so we'll do a couple of half salutations and then we'll move into 2 full salutations. If for you, full salutations are too much, just stick to the half ones, that's fine. So we'll inhale, reach up, open up, have a smile, imagine the sun shining on your face. Exhale, bowing down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring that energy to your heart center. Again, inhaling, opening up. Exhale, fold to Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Exhale, back down. And inhale, rising up. So continue with 2 more of those if you would like to, or you can carry on with me and we can go into the full sun salutations. So inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold and step your right foot back as far as you can, dropping down into a nice deep lunge here. Inhaling and exhaling. The other foot back, coming to plank. Inhale and exhale. You can bring your knees, chin and chest down and push through into some form of cobra. It might be a low cobra, might be up high, or you might be an up dog with the knees off the floor. Inhale, tuck the toes and push back to dog. And take a resting breath. Looking forwards, lifting that right leg. You could do what we practiced before, opening up, or just keep the leg straight and step it through. You can take a couple of hops to get there if you need to, that's fine. And then left foot joins. Now, rise up, inhale, and exhale, back to the heart center. Take a resting breath. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, open, exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, exhale, back. Step the left foot back. Inhale and exhale as you let the hips descend. Inhale, exhale, right foot back, come to plank, nice and strong here. Inhale, knees, chin, chest down, and exhale, push through your version of cobra or up dog. Inhale, exhale, back to down dog. Stay for a breath. And then lifting that leg, whatever way feels good for you today, stepping it through. And bring the right foot forwards too. And rise up, inhale. Exhale. To the heart center. And just coming to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Check your feet are under your hips. The toes, a bit of a wriggle to really connect them to the floor. I'm standing here so you can see me, but you might like to be on your mat or off your mat on the floor. Tucking the tail under. Navel gently drawing back to the spine. Spine is rising up tall. Crown of the head reaching to the sky as the chin is parallel to the floor. Shoulders away from the ears. And we'll receive the inhale through the center of your chest into your body. And exhale down through the body, through the legs and feet, deep into the earth. Anchoring you there. 2 more breaths in that way. You can have eyes closed or softly gazing ahead. Good. Okay. So coming to stand again at the top of your mat. And go this side. I'm going to step the left foot back. So your right foot is at the front of the mat. Lining up your heel with the front heel with the instep of the back foot. And coming with the arms up for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. We're going to look along that front arm right arm towards the middle finger. Inhaling here and then exhaling, dropping into a deep plunge. Good. 3 deep breaths. Feel the insteps lifting, rooting through the feet and toes. And you're strong in your center. From here, moving into triangle pose, Trikonasana. So turn the palms forwards, straightening the front leg, reaching across and tipping. Hold where you can. Remember, it's more about getting the alignment of the arm from the top all the way down and through, rather than coming as low as you can and coming forwards into a forward bend. This is a side stretch. And here we can feel it flowing. So inhale, the arm can come over, and exhale back. Inhale over. Exhale back. And last time. Good. Bending into the front knee, coming up and back into warrior. So we'll repeat warrior to Trikonasana 3 times. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale back and exhale. Last time. Good. And then bring that top arm down, bend into the knee, come up, turning the toes the other way, or you can stay as you are. We'll come up. Inhaling here, navel to spine, exhale, bend into the front knee. Good. Staying for 3 breaths in your warrior 3. Reaching away with the arms. And then taking back to Trikonasana, palms are forward. Straighten the leg, reach across and tip down. Good. Looking up at your thumbnail, or if you feel like you need to ground yourself, you're feeling a bit scattered, or overwhelmed, bring the gaze down to the floor. And then again, we're going to repeat warrior to triangle. So bend the knee, inhale up, and exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Last time, inhale up, exhale over. And you thought I'd forgotten, but I haven't. We're going to inhale the arm across and exhale it back. Inhale over, exhale back. Last time. Good. Bend the knee, come up, turn those toes forwards, and we can inch it in, or you can jump back to the center. Okay, just take a breath here, settle yourself, and we'll come to Vrikshasana tree pose. So again, I'm staying in the center of the screen here, but you might like to come off your mat. But just start by turning the right knee out to the side. Pull that up so you can see. Tuck the toes, the ball of the foot into the instep. And lift up through the spine. So we can stay here. This is stage 1. See, using a focal point ahead of you To focus your energy, you might like to have your palms together here at the center, drawing the navel back to the spine, keeping you strong and balanced and grounded. So maybe the foot slides up just below the knee. Don't rest the heel on the knee joint, please. Or if you feel stable there, you might even like to try bringing the foot into the top of the thigh there. Opening that knee out. Hands can come up, together, or out to the side, or you can keep them here. One more breath. And release, turning the knee forwards, shaking out. And we'll do the other side. So I always like to start with my hand on my hips, but you see what you prefer. Turning the left toes this time, tucking all of the foot into the instep. Navel to spine, get tall. Palms together perhaps. You can stay where you are or heel below the knee. Or see how you go on this side. Depends a bit on what you're wearing as well. These slippy yoga pants can be an issue. Really rooting through that standing foot. Arms, again, you can come up, out, or stay where you are. And when you're done, turn the knee forwards, shake everything out. And of course, if you want to carry on practicing a few more, that would be great. So you could pause the video and do a couple more to each side. But for now, we are going to come down into a squat. So let's do that facing you. So you're taking your feet out wide, opening the feet. And the aim here is to keep the spine nice and tall as you drop, and you'll know immediately if you've gone too far with the feet, as you drop down into that squat. So there's different places we can bring the hands in our squat, but we're going to start today with them tucked, elbows tucked into the knees. As you can see, my heels aren't on the floor. That's something I'm working towards. Maybe yours are, maybe they're not. It doesn't matter, we're all where we are, working with our practice every day. So perhaps bringing the spine a bit taller. Good. And then we can bring the right shoulder, tuck it inside that right knee. See if you can bring the hand out and reach up with the left arm. Just getting a bit more opening again into the heart space. A bit more uplifted whilst keeping those feet firmly rooted. So we're achieving that balance of being grounded, but also grateful for the uplift that this season brings. 2 more breaths here. And then come down. You might like to bring your hands behind you. Bring yourself down gently, extending the legs out in front. So before we come down, we'll just take a gentle forward bend. So pressing through the feet, flexing them, keeping the legs strong. We can creep the hands forward, always putting the navel back to the spine, trying to keep the spine nice and long. As you slide the hands forward, don't worry about where your hands get to. So many things impact that length of your legs, length of your arms, as well as your flexibility. So try not to get too caught up with worrying about that. Just feel that you're extending through the spine, you're lengthening the backs of the legs, and finally that you're bowing down, turning inwards. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale into the back of the body, feel it open and expand. Exhale, softening down. You could close your eyes as we gradually move into that place of stillness and quiet. So sliding the hands back to support you as you come up. So I'm going to suggest that you bring yourself to Shavasana like this, with the heels in the corners, mat arms away from the sides, chin tucked in a little. And let everything soften here. Taking a deep inhale into the whole body. And exhaling, letting it soften completely into the floor, into the earth. Such an important part of any practice, Shavasana. And I would suggest that you spend at least 5 to 10 minutes here now, just allowing the breath to flow. And we're all human, we all have thoughts. Sometimes they're more persistent than others. Sometimes it's easier to find gaps between the thoughts. So when the thoughts come, just acknowledge them, and then bring the awareness back to the breath, entering and leaving the body. So as I leave you there in Shavasana, I'd like to thank you for your practice today. And may all the benefits of this practice be shared with all creatures everywhere. Namaste.